Okay. No. Yep, we're live. That's not that side. Okay. Let's get over to YouTube so I can see things the way everybody else sees them. Ta-da! Okay, mute the sound and what? And put it on live chat, not top chat. There we go. Oh, let's get that off the screen, huh? Okay. Let me tighten it up a little bit though. Okay, put the lid down. So, hey Candy, how you doing? How are you, lovely lady? I hope you are doing well. So I just wanted to show real quick. I found this on my desk. I think we were going to use it for the serial killer journal now that I'm thinking about it. So let's tuck that aside. I found this, which is the piece we dropped last session behind the ironing board. So yay. I added in a few of these small squares of maps so that we can use them for, you know, those small filler spaces. You're holding good. I'm glad. How are the kitties in the art class? So fun. Are they freezing? Oh my gosh, it's so cold everywhere. We were outside earlier, and it's not bad for here, but it's cold for here. Awesome. I love to hear it. So I showed Arizona Highways magazines. I picked them up the last time we were at Savers, which was, I think, now a couple of weeks ago. But I picked out some of the scenic stuff. They have some beautiful, beautiful photography in the Arizona highways. That's one of the only reasons I miss Arizona. When I lived near the Central Library in Scottsdale, they always had tons and vintage ones. The vintage ones are fabulous. So I picked out a few of the things, some full page to use for the collage roll. You know, look at the stack I got. There are some really nice ones. This is a kind of scorpion. I already forgot what kind. But yeah, some really, really great landscape photography. That's the Colorado River. So I thought those would be awesome to look at the Red Rock Canyons there to use. I actually picked up the magazine specifically for that. We did hot air balloons today. Oh, that's so sweet. I can't wait to see the pictures. I love it when you show the pictures on Instagram. I have not been on Instagram lately. I've been bad. I haven't done anything lately. I have kind of been hibernating a little bit. I did get amazing stuff done yesterday, though. Again, not as much as I would have liked, but... So this is kind of my plan for today. It just seems to be you and me, but... That sounds like super fun. Art for kids. Yay! You know, that was my favorite class all the way through high school. Loved art class. And I can't think of an art teacher I had that I didn't, you know, enjoy. Some of them were a little more stern than others, but I enjoyed all my art classes. So my plan for today is I have this pile sitting around, and this isn't necessarily for collage roll, but some of the, like this isn't terribly thick. So where we cut the pictures off, we can save some of the other pieces for collage roll. And I just need to get it off my, it's just floating around the room in various piles. You know how it goes. And then I picked these books from my pile out in the garage. They need to be harvested. Some of them are stapler bound and some of them aren't. And I don't use all the pictures in the glue books or in collage per se. So some of these will be for the collage roll, which will help us rejuvenate our collage stash for our humongous. Wait, isn't today Tuesday? Holy shit. Susan, I thought it was Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? Oh my God, it's Wednesday. I did a bad thing. Sorry. I thought it was Tuesday. Totally and 100%. Oh, dang. Well, I'm committed now. I'm sorry. Apologize to Rosemary for me, please. Susan, I really thought it was Tuesday. I swear to God. I'm so sorry. Well, enjoy the replay. I've committed myself. I will be there tomorrow. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I thought today was Tuesday. So I'm just gonna harvest things. I feel like an ass, but what's done is done. Oh my. Rosemary's on right now. I feel like a total dickhead. Okay. Well, these things happen. I really thought it was Tuesday. This is a picture from Alaska. Okay, let's get the trash squished down a little bit. You only know what class you taught. I don't know why I thought it was. That means I missed my live yesterday, and I was feeling so good about coming on a Tuesday. Well, dang it. Yep, I'm a jackass. Okay, so we're going to put that in the... So there we have a nice picture of a tent. That'll be good for not summer, maybe fall, because it's snow. I actually do think summer's really the only time you can do some of the national parks in Alaska, because they're only open in the summer. So I think we could still use this for summer collaging. Well, these things happen. Okay, for the small pictures, I do want this moose right here. And maybe these sailboats. So let's go ahead and just cut that off there. And then we'll cut the sailboats off. And so we'll have this whole piece to use in the collage. I'm not going to keep all the tiny small pieces from this, because that will just be a ridiculous amount of things. But that has a picture on it, so we'll probably keep that one. Yeah, I was tinkering around. I totally thought it was Tuesday. And I should have known better, because Mike is off on Tuesday and he's working today. But in my mind, I was like, look at me being so good. I'm actually going to remember to go live on a Tuesday. Well, yep, there's a little tiny moose standing in a river. I've seen elk up close, but I've never seen a moose up close. My dad, we were in Yellowstone, and I'm sure you're not supposed to do this. We got out of the car with a bunch of other people and got like right up in a moose's face. No, elk. And we're lucky to be alive, I think. The elk was probably like, what the hell? So yeah, there's that. And here's one from Arizona. Now that's a landscape I know well. We're definitely going to want the cactus. That's an Oregon pike cactus right there. They're amazing. And woodpeckers, it's like a whole community in there. Oh, I always love the girls with their big skirts. That's probably New Mexico, though. Ooh, and look at that. Oh, I have to choose between skirts and Northern Lights. Oh, no. I think I'm going to go Northern Lights because I have less pictures of that. I have a number of pictures of the girls in skirts. Let's see. That's a nice picture of Mount McKinley. Oh, Denali National Park. That is, I had a friend who worked up there for several summers. She loved it up there. As a matter of fact, after she worked there, she lived in, I'm going to keep that for Scraps of Joy. Not all of them, but a couple. Right? They're so huge. Elk are big like that too, but the moose antlers are very distinctive. So yeah. But she decided after she worked in Denali, then she moved to Fairbanks from, I think she lived in Washington was her home base. I think that's where her family worked. And I'm calling her a girl, but she was in her, I was in my 20s and she was in her mid 40s, I think. She just fell in love with Alaska. So there's the Northern Lights right there. How pretty. Okay. And I want both those pictures. But I don't need the Bank One ballpark in Phoenix. I think I can skip that. Yeah, Denali's a beautiful park. I used to send her Avon Skin So Soft, the mosquito stuff, the bug repellent. Because it was the only thing that worked for her. Unfortunately, in the summer, there's just tons and tons of bugs up in the park. But it is gorgeous. This was before cell phones became real popular. Otherwise, I would probably have humongous amounts of pictures of it from her. What a nice lady. We were friends for years before I finally lost contact with her. Hey, Leslie. I know Rosemary's on. Susan came in. I felt like such an ass. I thought it was Tuesday. I was all proud of myself. I was like, look at me going live on a Tuesday, remembering to do it. Woohoo. And then Susan came in and went, I'll watch the replay because Rosemary's on. I'm like, what's Rosemary doing on a Tuesday? Nope. It's Wednesday. I lost the whole day. These things happen. Oh, look, there's a rainbow in there too. This is some of the, that's just off the highway. It's in Phoenix. But there's a rainbow in the picture. How cool is that? So let's get the organ pipe cactus. They really are amazing mini ecosystems. We took the kids out one time. You know, we didn't get real up in the face, but you know, they poked around a little bit, looking at all kinds of, you know, what lives in there, where in the cactus they make their home. It was a good little learning opportunity. And then this is people fishing in Alaska. And Mount McKinley. Okay, no problem. Yeah, head over to Rosemary's. I feel like such a jerk. Oh, thank you, Leslie. I do too. Rainbows are awesome. I try to take any picture that has a rainbow in it. Especially if it's like a real rainbow, not like a cartoony one. So yeah. Oh, Arkansas. Let's see. What is this? Whitaker Point in Ozark National Forest. This is one of the few national parks I have not been to, and I would love to go. Ozark National Park is supposed to be gorgeous. right, now let's see what kind of small pictures we might want. Okay, nothing I can't live without there. And I'm good on this side. So we'll keep this whole piece for the collage roll. Well, I appreciate the view time, but don't worry about it. I genuinely thought it was Tuesday. I would never, at this point. I used to come on at the same time as Rosemary before I started watching her. And knowing that she's on, I would never deliberately come on opposite her. I can't believe I lost today. That's so me, though. It happens all the time. I'm surprised Els didn't catch it. She may well think it's Tuesday, too. Okay. So let's see. There's San Diego, which I don't necessarily need. Arkansas National Park. The trees are flooded. Yeah, I want that one. And I want this one over here. Talimena Scenic Butte Byway. Talimena. Trying to figure out what Arkansas. So this is all in Arkansas. But those are beautiful pictures. I want those. I want it, and I want it now. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Been a little while since I seen you. I think that's right. Okay. So that's a little scenic roadway right there. That's the byway. And then this is the Arkansas Post National Memorial. It'll make a nice little picture. A nice filler in a glue book, right? I like it. Little tiny, but you can see the trees are flooded. Whoops. Then I tried to throw it around. Okay. The rest of those are fine. This one's California. I cut off what it was. I'm sure it's a famous thing. These are all, this kind of formation is pretty, I won't say standard, but they're fairly well known all throughout the desert Southwest. You find some like this. There's one in Phoenix, in the Phoenix area. There's some in Zion National Park. You're trying to craft more? Awesome. I'm all for crafting. It's good to get the time, right? Okay, let's look at these small pictures and see what if anything we need. Okay, nothing there I can't live without. But look at the waterfalls. Lower Falls in Yosemite. That's one I haven't been to. My ex used to work in Yosemite. I worked in Grand Canyon and Death Valley and Sequoia National Park down in Kings Canyon. Those were my three. Okay, so I want this one, and this one down here. Yeah, let's do it. Well, maybe we want also the people hiking. These could be used in the summer one for sure, along with the surfer guy. So we're going to have to, let's cut off under this picture. Because I don't need that one. And that'll allow us to get everything else. And the surfer guy and the hiking people. There we go. So I finished the Dean Koontz book. It was not a horror book. I associate Dean Koontz with horror, but he has written other stuff. This was more of a psychological thriller, like a Cold War type deal. And it was okay, but not exactly my genre taste. But I did finish it. Not yet, Candy. I got to do the purple edges. And it should be out by this weekend. That's all that's left to do on it. So, I will, you know what? I'll put you on the list and let you know when it's ready. Are you looking just for maybe a 10-pack? Or like that way I can maybe set it aside when I'm packaging for the purple one. That way it'll go a little faster. These will be great in the summer glue book. Okay. That's another kind of scrub tree kind of thing. They grow all over the Southwest. They're probably people who are in the Northeast wouldn't think these are beautiful. But considering the climate they live in, I think they're amazing. That they can eke out. And they have beautiful flowers. I think I can honestly say I'll probably never go to Yosemite at this point in my life. But I've heard lots of stories about it from my ex. I think I can get this with scissors. Small. Just a couple chilling on the well, usually it's 10s and 25s. 10s are $4, 25s are $10. It just depends on what your budget is and how much paper you like. I'm going for really dark purple edges on that. And so if you fold the paper in half, I plan on the die being on this side instead of across the top this way. So that's the part I plan on dyeing. I don't know if I want whatever that is. I do. So let's not cut into that. Let's cut below it as well. Paper's too long to do it the other way. You could almost use this paper as a gift wrap. Okay. Let's see. Oh, a nice snowing picture for the winter glue book. And that's red. That's the Red Rocks Amphitheater right there. It's hard to tell what it is from this picture, though, so I think I probably won't take that. But I'll get the skiing and the hiking people. Needs to go over just a smidge. I'm getting better at estimating. Okay, so you want the 25? All right. Perfect. Let me find my pen. Here it is. Pen. And okay. I got a spot in here for it. Hold on. Need a list. Lime green with purple. Candy. 25. Gotcha. I have to keep a list and stay for that way. I don't know when I got so forgetful, but it's a thing. Okay. I have never been skiing because I'm not very coordinated. I thought maybe that wouldn't be a good idea for me, you know? I foresaw broken legs, but he looks like he's very into it. It looks like fun, but I know it's a lot harder than it looks, for sure. Mike was into all that kind of stuff, I guess, when he was younger. Skiing, snowboarding, water skiing. Water's hard. Never had the urge. And Alice liked surfing. None of that's for me. I'm a read a book and sit under an umbrella kind of person. I do like walking on the beach, though. It's very nice. Very nice. Okay, and then let's cut here. For that little picture of the Colorado mountains. There we go. Made it a little crooked. Hold on. Let's see if I can't. There we go. So there's the mountains in Colorado. And this is Pikes Peak. Cut off the side next. Yeah, this is out of an atlas that had a travel guide as part of it. Like a vacation planner type thing. A lot of the national parks were in there and historical monuments and stuff. Very, very nice. Okay. What's up next? Obviously, it's going to go alphabetically. Oh, Covered Bridge. We're in Connecticut now. The recreated 19th century seaside village of Mystic Seaport. It's a maritime museum. This is pretty, I think. And here, I don't necessarily. Yeah, I think I want this, and definitely the Covered Bridge. And then we'll see what we can salvage. I'd like to maybe get this one down here. So let's see what we can get. See what happens. Okay. So yeah, we can get that one right there. Because I don't want the picture of the castle thing. And then I definitely want these two pictures. Right. I love covered bridges. That's a back east kind of thing, though. I don't really have them out here. Right, and that is, there's a waterfall right back up in there. It's a little tiny picture. So I started Amityville Horror. Look, there's a barn in there too. It should be a quick read. It's a very short book. But I won't feel right ripping off the cover and taking out some of the pages without having reread it. I've read it before. But you know, you forget details and stuff. It's easy to do. To just, I think the last time I read it was more than 10 years ago. As a matter of fact, I think the last time I read it, I might have been living in Ohio. So that was quite a while ago, early 2000s. So this little town is a historic maritime museum. That's kind of cool that they did that. There's a lot of history up in Maine and Connecticut. Very nice. And then this is going to be the Connecticut River. Well, it is the Connecticut River, but it'll be in our stash when we cut it out. Okay, it goes up here. That's the actual edge of the picture with the sky. Don't cut it off with our horizon line. There we go. So there it is. Beautiful. I was watching, what was it? It was a Maine cabin something on a weird channel I've never heard of, where it's a show where they go out and they rebuild cabins, like summer cabins on lakes and stuff. Oh, and do I want that? What is that? A federal fortress. No, I think I can skip that. So I like that. And I think I like the guy in the canoe because he's not fishing, he's just canoeing. And that's Prime Hook National Wildlife Refuge in Delaware. So let's get this one. Hey, Carla, how you doing, lady? I thought it was Tuesday. I lost my mind and came on early. Susan pops over. She's like, I'll have to watch you on the replay. And I was like, oh? And she said, I'm watching Rosemary. And I'm like, but it's Tuesday. And she's like, no, it's Wednesday. Oh, it's a thing. I totally, 100%. Guy in the canoe. Thought it was Tuesday. Ooh, we get a toucan. Toucans coexist with reptiles in the St. Augustine Alligator Farm in Florida. You know what also is in Florida? Florida man. Okay, I just want this picture. And let's see what's on the back maybe that we might want. Nothing I can't live without, so just that one picture. The rest will go in the collage roll box, which we will get to eventually. I've been moving this pile around my room since I took the atlas apart. The atlas pages are out in the garage waiting to be dyed. And this has just been moving around my room. And hey, you need to do something about this pile. Toucan. He lives in St. Augustine, Florida. skunk ape is in Florida. It's Monday, part 3. Oh no. That's no fun. That good, huh? Okay. Do we need a manatee? Although I like the gator crossing sign. Oh, we definitely want that. That's in Georgia. Black Rock Mountain State Park. How pretty is that? But that's the only one I want off this side. So let's take that first. I gotta have that. And then I guess we'll take the gator crossing sign for sure, but let's go ahead and grab the manatee as well. Just for funsies. I think we will ultimately fussy cut it out. St. Augustine had a Greek Orthodox shrine. Nice. I've never heard of skunk ape. Is that like a jackalope? Is that a thing? All right. And there's the manatee. Oh, decrypted like Sasquatch? Okay. I've never heard of it. But you can't judge by me, really. I watched, I love the comedian Kathleen Madigan. And she hasn't had very many specials on, like, she has one on Netflix that's really old. And I watch it. I have watched it many times. But she believes in cryptids too. And I think she's funny. She got a new one on Amazon. And I watched it the other day. Okay. That's in Delaware. I should brush up on cryptids, huh? Let's see. These are all nice ones. Let's see what's on the other side. Cliffs line the coast of the big island. That's Hawaii. Okay, so I have rain. Let's see what we can get after we cut the big image off. I guess we'll cut here. We'll take this other image here too. Okay, now let's see what's left. I think we can get the canoe guy and the one on the other side as well. Yeah, we get the little waterfall and the canoe guy. Canoe guy. Waterfall. And then let's see what's going on over here. I don't need that, but I do like this. Chattahoochee National Forest is family friendly, according to this. Okay. Yeah. New Jersey has the New Jersey Devil, definitely. Boggy Creek Monster. Super birds. Oh my. Do you consider the Chupacabra a cryptid? I think I do. I think it's in that same kind of, somewhere between mythology, folklore, and cryptids. Okay, so there's our Cliffs of Hawaii picture. And then we've got some nice small pictures of this is in Chattahoochee. You have a water monster in one of your lakes? There you go. Oh yeah, I know there are. One of the Great Lakes says they have one, don't they? Lake Superior, maybe? Not necessarily a Nessie, but they have something up there. All right, there's a little waterfall in Hawaii. And these canoe carrying guys over here. Getting a little braver with the scissors. There we go. Canoe carrying dudes. That's in Delaware. Champlain, okay. Champy, right? That's what they call it? Okay. Well, there's a surfing picture. Idaho? I can't believe I just said that. That's on the Salmon River in Idaho. Okay. I think I do want the surfing picture. I think that's it from the Hawaii side. So let's cut off the big one and see what's left. Okay, so let's just cut that out. And then what do we want over here? Well, we lost the other one, so let's just cut this part off and we'll keep the rest for the collage roll. You keep waiting for a water monster in Minnesota. I think you probably have some Sasquatch up there somewhere. Little Yeti, maybe. Wow, that's really... Some part of this must be crooked. I must not have got the bottom very straight. Now let's do the other sides again because they won't be straight. The whole thing is a little off. There we go. Rafting, people. We went whitewater rafting on the Snake River in Colorado, Wyoming. Maybe too many millennials. I don't actually know that much about Minnesota. I got to be honest with you. It's one of those, up top states. I never bothered to learn much about them. There's the surfing picture of the guy in the Hawaii. Let's get some of the scraps off here. There we go. Could be. Maybe trolley cars in Illinois. Really? Well, there's a nice waterfall. U.S. Highway 12. Let's see. Retrace the rugged expedition route Lewis and Clark 200 years ago. So this is part of this is historic for Lewis and Clark's journey across America. Their thing they did. Well, let's take the trolley car, and I don't think I desperately need anything because Highway 12 has no significance for me. And none of the other pictures are terribly exciting. So that means most of this can go in the collage roll. Not as interesting as Ohio. I didn't see any Mayan ruins in Ohio. We went all over the place. Now I'm going to have to look that up. And they have them in Illinois too? That's crazy. I love it. Things I didn't know. And I lived in Ohio for, I think, almost 5 years. I loved it there. About 5 years. Yeah, I think that's right. Carla's a font of information. I love it. All right, there's our trolley car pick. Oh, I don't need that. But we have to at least cut this page apart because it's too long. So we'll just do that. And we'll put it in the... Look at the old car. Whoa. Oh, railroad. The last commercially built steam engine built in China in Des Moines River Valley. Well, I definitely want that. I love those old railway bridges. They've worn a lot of them down. The rest of that can go in the collage roll. Oh, okay. So in Illinois, it's not excavated. It's a state. We might have been there. Maybe we went to almost all of the state parks. Because we did a lot of touristy type stuff when we lived in Ohio. I loved it. That was the most active I was since my 20s. I thoroughly enjoyed Ohio. That's the railroad train in the Des Moines River Valley. Okay. Let's see, what's the big... Ooh! Autumn in Flint Hills in Kansas. We weren't there in the autumn, but that's gorgeous. Of course, we've got the requisite sunflowers for Kansas. And I think I'd like... Nope. Nothing I can't live without over here. So yeah, let's take this, the nice, that really red fall scenery. I did like Kansas a lot. It was beautiful. Other than, tornadoes, which is a big turnoff for me. I really enjoyed Kansas a lot. Called the Great... I think we were there, honestly, Carla. Now that you're saying it, it does ring a bell. Things you forget, huh? How do you just know all this stuff? I can't recall most of the stuff I know. Okay. That is gorgeous. Nope, that's not straight again. I did it again. Oh, Amy. How you love to cut things crooked. Yeah. We went to that state park. I'm 100% sure of it. And the kids love that kind of stuff. We saw most of the canals and the lock and canal system, which wasn't terribly exciting, because they're all kind of the same. But we went all around the state, and then we did stuff in the middle, and we made it all the way up to the Great Lake up there. I wanted to go back and take the ferry because I'd never been on a ferry, but we never made it back. After the trip up there, that was when we started having more serious trouble in our marriage, and we went out less often. But I have very fond memories of Ohio. Let's see. Horse farms in the bluegrass region near Lexington, Kentucky. Kentucky, I understand, is very beautiful too. I want to go to Rock City in Tennessee. It's been on my bucket list for a long time. We got a travel brochure from there once. Oh, looked absolutely gorgeous. We just never made it. Okay, so we've got sailboats, bikes, more sailboats. That guy and his kit. So we'll take all of these little pictures, I think. We'll just cut them out real quick here with the scissors. Those will be awesome. And our summer glue booking, which for here will probably be here soon. Although we have turned off cold again here for here, I was talking about it earlier. It rained yesterday, most of the day, and then it was pouring overnight. Is Kentucky gorgeous? I would love to go visit. You have a trivial mind. Hey, I think that's awesome. But you put a group of people together, you're one of the best people to have in the group because you do know all those, and they're not useless. I find that very interesting, You're always able to throw out a tidbit of stuff I didn't know, and I love learning new things. So I very much appreciate that. You're not useless in any way, Carla. People getting ready to sailboat, I think. Or are they on one of those things, the surfboard type? That might be with a surfboard type thing. I want to get a bicycle again. I miss bike riding. Isn't it funny how a couple of walks, people on mountain bikes, it's lumpy. Oh my. Well, with all the other stuff you have floating around already. It's probably not pretty at all. It's all lumpy and hard. There's a horse in a wagon. Kind of the Conestoga shape. Who played Oregon Trail and died of dysentery? Everybody. There's some boats out on the lake. These will be fantastic in the summer. Paddleboarding is, I bet. It looks like fun, but I bet it's hard. I'm not so good with the balance, but it's something I kind of would like to try. It looked like instant mashed potatoes. That's gross, Carla. No bueno. I would definitely not go make a snowman in that lumpy mashed potato snow. Oh my gosh. Mike made the most awesome. Just a man and his kid having fun in a field. We hope it's his kid. He made breaded pork chops, cooked to perfection. And then Els had made earlier in the day. She's well, Sandy likes it, but she's really the only one that eats. She did pork ribs, boneless, with sauerkraut, and she had some mashed potatoes for herself. But Mike cooked the rest of the pork ribs, and I think it was only 3 or 4. Some breaded pork chops. He made mashed potatoes out of the Yukon Gold potatoes that we had left over from the ham dinner. And we did not eat a vegetable. We had applesauce and cranberry sauce. Well, that's awesome. So it can't be too terribly horrible. They were kind of like, it's not exactly shake and bake, but they came out perfection. And I didn't think it could get any better than that. And he said, I was still a little hungry. And he said, try one of the ribs, because I'm not normally a ribs person. Oh my God, even better. I'm like, that man is made of, he's like solid gold. You know? And he was even sweet, and he put the cranberry sauce in the freezer because it was in the cupboard to get it cold for us before dinner. I'm supposed to say he's a jackass, but he's very thoughtful. That's a horse farm in Kentucky. He doesn't want us. Yeah, she did. You love shake and bake? There's nothing wrong with shake and bake. Probably better for you, way better for you than fried chicken. This is Kentucky also. I think I want that picture. Ooh, Mardi Gras. Nice. Okay, we got to have that. There's a bird on a stump. We'll probably take that and some woods over here. So let's see what we can get after we cut the big picture off. Sometimes the big picture interferes with all the other things. Okay. Now, yeah, cut through the picture I wanted on the other side of the bridge. Phooey. But we'll get this picture of the woods down here. And that's Toledo Bend. Forest Scenic Byway. Nice. 160-mile long. Toledo Bend Reservoir. Watching anglers. Blah, blah, blah. Nice. I like it. All right. So I'm bummed about the bridge, but that's life. So we'll cut this part off and we'll save the rest for the collage roll. Yep, she's a lucky, lucky lady. And because I live here, I get some of the benefits, you know. He could have just made some food for himself. He didn't have to cook for everybody else. Because Els had hers, you know, she had it for lunch. And then she had it again for dinner. So he certainly didn't need to cook us a nice dinner. But he did. And I appreciate it. There's the Mardi Gras thing. Performers at Mardi Gras. Should that go in the summer thing? When does Mardi Gras happen? Is that an end of summer or early fall? There's the bird on the little tree, on the stumpy thing. I'm trying to figure out what part of the... Or maybe we just save it for creepy collage. We could definitely put it in creepy collage. And that's the Scenic Byway in Louisiana. It's the Tuesday before Ash Wednesday. Just happened. Oh, so it's in the winter. Okay. We're still in Louisiana. Oh, and Maine. Mount Cathodin and Baxter State Park. You know what? I think I've been in Baxter State Park. That sounds very familiar. Okay. Would have been with my parents, though, not as an adult. Because we lived in Maryland and we went all up the East Coast. There's a lighthouse. I got to have that. And I want this over here. And I think I'd like that picture right there. So let's do that. I think we'll keep that picture for our creepy collage. We'll keep that section. And maybe this part with the little purple bit, yeah? Okay. Ah, is that how that works? I'm not, I think we all know I'm not Christian. And and my parents were not religious people of any sort. So I never learned all the, we were not church goers. I don't even know if we had a Bible in the house, to be honest with you. My mom was very my grandparents were Catholic. Lighthouse. That's up in Maine. Whoops. Oh, got it before it fell. This is the Carabawet River Valley. It's in Maine. Up here, this is coming up, this picture that I'm cutting right now. So there's leftovers to eat tonight. So I'm probably going to have that. Second station. Okay, I see. I always like the idea of Lent, though, giving something up. I don't think that's a bad thing. Giving up something you truly love for a short period of time. I mean, 40 days isn't. It is a long time, and it isn't. So I do like the idea of Lent. It'll make you appreciate the things in your life more, I think that's awesome. So that's in Maine. And this is Acadia National Park. I applied for a job there that I didn't get. It's supposed to be gorgeous up there. I don't think I've ever been there. So there's the Acadia. There's people sitting on a wall looking out at the ocean. Second station is this Sunday. Maryland. I've been here. We've been there lots of times. The Baltimore Harbor. But I don't need any of this. I wouldn't use it in a collage. Let's take these people on the boat. And I think that's it. Nothing says summer like kayaks and paddle boats and all that kind of stuff. Feels very summery to me. And then we'll trim this off and we'll use the rest of the page in the collage roll. Yeah. It's a good weight for the collage roll. I feel like I might have false advertised this live. It's going to be mostly this. And then we've got some books to take apart for the collage roll as well. Well, not specifically for the collage roll, but all the stuff I wouldn't use for glue books, I'll put in the collage roll. There they are. I think those are kayakers. Okay. That's a Chesapeake Bay Maritime Museum. There's some people cross-country skiing. A weathered house overlooks a windswept beach. That's Cape Cod. Oh, look at the old boats in the bay. And that's very East Coast, Cape Cod, the beach. It's the National Seashore. So let's get some of this stuff. I can definitely get the skiers on this side. And that'll be great for our winter collaging, which we did not really do this year. We're going to get just a little bit of that. Just enough to make out the boats right there. So I made that a little crooked. There we go. So those are the old fishing boats. Yes, I did. I have it over here to show everybody. Thank you for reminding me. Let me just grab a couple of these other pictures here. I definitely want this of the Cape Cod National Seashore. And I don't think there's anything else. We cut down the museum, so. Okay. Oh, here it is. Hookers and Blow Save Christmas. I brought it out specifically to show it. Now this is and look, it's got a. Now we have special plans for this that I'm not ready to reveal yet. So it's a very sweet story about Christmas. And how they're, gonna save all the presents. We'll have to do an unlisted live, and I can read it if you want. It's not salacious at all till kind of get to the end. So Hookers and Blow really do save Christmas. It's 2 tow trucks and a snowblower. And it ends with, they arrived at the party, and there was a great cheer, for Hookers and Blow had made it the best day of the year. That right there. Mwah. I'm going to have to make a copy of that. But yeah, we're going to do something special with this. I have special plans for it that I hope you guys will enjoy. Idea courtesy, somebody we all know, somebody who sent me that book. Yes, they're very like South Park. And a little bit like Cars. It's like South Park and the Cars movie franchise, like mashed up. I just love that. And I think it'll be fun. Okay, so there's it's a cottage type thing with a windmill on it. Right on the beach, I think. In Cape Cod. You gotta have some money to live up there, I think. It's cold winters though. But it's kind of iconic. The whole beach thing in the summer. I think that's kind of a. Oh yeah, love windmills. I don't have an affinity for like water like some people do, but I love lighthouses and windmills for some reason. Not necessarily the big ones they put out now to generate wind energy, but the wooden kind. Oh my gosh, Love it. And then there's our people cross-country skiing in the tiny, tiny winter picture. No, they really aren't. And I think they're mostly on the Midwest, in the Northeast. No. Yeah, Northeast. Okay, so this is dense forest shade in Kewanee Peninsula, Michigan. Michigan. That's pretty. I like pictures of roads lined with trees in fall color. I will never say no to that. So what we're looking at here is I want this picture. So what is this? Pierce Stalking Drive. A must for visitors, the Sleeping Bear Dunes National Park. I didn't know they had the white sand like that. It reminds me of Death Valley. When you get out there in the sand dunes, oh my gosh. There's one area. We went to a sunrise service, a UU ceremony. This guy, Jimmy, he was so young. Oh my gosh. He did great services for the UU church out there. We went to the Easter sunrise service. Oh, gorgeous. Just gorgeous out there in Death Valley. Right on the sand dunes. It made an impression. I think I just like the woods in general. With the name like Darkwood Sanctuary, you don't say. I gotta find my own little patch of dark woods, I think. I think that picture's a little crooked. Did I just make it crooked? Like, nope, it thinks it's straight. Oh boy. Well, we'll just live with it. It's a little wonky. And then here's the sand dunes. Love sand dunes. Hard to walk in, though. Great exercise. Make your thighs burn. I didn't show that one. I'm sorry. There they are. I loved working in Death Valley. We hiked out there quite a bit. I watched the BU show. They restored one in UK. Oh, I bet. That would make me ugly cry for sure. But I'll admit, I ugly cry at the drop of a hat. Wow, there's a lot more of this than I thought. I'm sorry, guys. Are you okay with continuing to do this? I really want to get it wiped off my to-do list. But if you're bored with this, we can skip it. But bluffs along the Mississippi River ablaze in fall color. Minnesota. Down here is headwaters of the Mississippi River in Park Rapids. Or Park Rapids. There's a dune climb here, and that's for Michigan. Snowing. All right, let's see what we can get. I love this picture. Love it. So yeah, we watched a couple of, I think we watched 2 or maybe 3 episodes of that, the main cabin something or other, where they were restoring the cabins up. They only work in Maine, and they do the summer cabins, you know, where a lot of people have like a cabin they go to just in the summer on a lake or a river, and they're run down, you know. I'd love to get that, but I don't think I'm gonna, because it's right on the back of this, and that's too good to pass up. I I didn't know that's where the Mississippi originated, up in the... I didn't even know the Mississippi River was in Michigan. I've learned another new thing. Oh, really? That's a thing, right? I think that's true of most big rivers, though. At the very, very start, you can pretty much... How gorgeous is that with the mist and the fog? And then we got a guy skiing. Not on lumpy potato snow, though. He's on nice, smooth snow. I always thought cross-country skiing would be really good at exercise. But I don't think I have the coordination. And I know it can be hard on your knees and ankles. And that's a picture of the headwaters right there of the Mississippi River. Yeah. I think that's fairly common. There's a lot of lakes up there, so that's, I think, yeah, definitely a thing. Mississippi. Okay, so I would like this picture and this picture. So let's do that. Now I got to make sure that these are lined up. I think the problem is I'm not lining the bottom up quite right. And then we'll cut that right off there. But they were rebuilding them, and they're tiny, tiny places, you know. And they're all kind of historic. They did some fun stuff. But when they would like boat up to these, most of them were you boat up to it for whatever reason. Probably easier than taking the long way around. Gorgeous lakes. The views were just stunning. I can see how it would be really awesome summer thing to do. I think we want to cut the rest of that bottom off before we... In Texas, you call them lake houses. Yeah. I like it. It's kind of one of those, we're going to go to the cabin, you know. But they've been in families for generations when the land, you know, from before the land got expensive out there on those lakes and rivers. So, that's how they can afford it. The Sunrises Misty Landscape Rocky Forks Conservation Area. That's in Missouri. Look at the big, we've seen this. The big badminton thing. Devil's Elbow Bridge on Old Route 66. We didn't see that, but that's cool. So let's see. For Mississippi, Gulf Islands National Seashore. Let's take that. That's so nice. I do want the bridge. And I feel compelled to take the badminton. Because it's something I've actually seen. I don't have pictures of it anymore. I used to have a picture of the kids standing in front of it or next to it. It disappeared. I think Liam got it when he moved out. Which is okay. It's a picture of him and his brother. They were little bitty peoples. We've been on a little bit of it. Calling Coke pop. I call it soda. All of it. All of it's soda. But generally, I'm referring to Coke products. I'm not a Pepsi person, per se. Because Pepsi is so much sweeter. Although, I will admit, there were a number of years, I think in my mid-20s, where Pepsi was all I drank. I had a much bigger sweet tooth than I think. Uh-oh. We didn't quite get all the way to the bottom there. So there it is. Sunset. And then we've got the little, that's the little badminton picture in front of the Nelson Atkins Museum of Art. We also saw giant ears of corn and a big picnic basket in Ohio. I think those are all the pictures that Liam must have got. I may have a digital copies of them. I haven't looked at my pictures in a long time. And there's the bridge, the Devil's Elbow Bridge. And this is the beach with all the scrub grass and stuff on it at that national seashore thing. It's a little wonky. I cut it a little wonky. That's life. Hey, Christine, how you doing? The only part I saw in Emerald, we were off and on it over that summer trip. I've wanted to do as much of it as I could for a long time. I also want to do the what is it, Route 1 in California down the coast. Can't remember what route that is. Shot the front door. I've used that one for a long time. You're holding in your rants. You don't have to. You can rant all you. We're a good place to vent if you need to before you explode on somebody else. But you don't have to. This is a free venting zone. We've all done it. We've all done it. Oh, Ozark Trail. Nice. What's the other? Montana and Missouri. Okay. Go ahead and add that to the collage roll. And we got a nice barn here. Hi, barn. Uh-oh, auto pay stuff. That's the kind of stuff that'll frustrate you. I hate auto pays. They're convenient and yet not. They always seem to take, for me, they always seem to take it at the wrong time. Like, I authorize this on a specific day. And you are not with the program. Too early, too late. Yeah. I hate that. I am with you on that. I have had that happen on so many bill pays. Like, I don't have money in my account all the time. I'm not one of those people, you know? So it frustrates me when you set up a bill pay for a date and they just arbitrarily decide for whatever reason. Sometimes it's because of the weekend or a holiday, but my payday's the same, or when I was working, my paydays were the same regardless. The money doesn't come in early. I'd rather, that's why, a lot of places will give you a discount if you sign up for auto pay. And I don't do it because of that. I'd rather just go in and pay and not have the discount. There's some tombstones. St. Mary's Lake and Glacier. There's the National Bison Range. I don't really want the wagons though. But Sandhill Crane Migration right there. Yeah. So let's take some of these smaller pictures. I'm definitely interested in some of those. But yeah, I hate auto pay. Always at the wrong time. I told you to take the money on the 7th because that when the money was going to be there. And you took it on the 5th. And then you call me and you're all angry with me. Because there was no money in the account. Well, the 5th is not the 7th. Yeah. You took the money right away. Give it back right away. That is one of my biggest complaints with them. It just so frustrating. You're going to take a week to give it back, but you took it early. And sometimes they don't even want to give it back. They're like, oh, well, it's ours now. Oh, so frustrating. It's one of the few things that makes me like just unhinged mad. Because you always get a hold of a person and they treat you like, you're stupid. There's a reason I said it for that date. I didn't mean a day early. I didn't mean a day later. I think most companies that, do that, they just assume that people always have money in their account because, a lot of banks have an account minimum. But not everybody can do that. I'm certainly not in a position to do that. And it's still an average. Not everybody's always going to have $500 in their account every day or whatever it is. There's the little cemetery picture. We'll put that in creepy collage. I feel your anger. I do. I feel like there should be a button you go push that electrocutes somebody in the company when they do that shit. Just so you get some satisfaction. Yeah. They do. They act like you did them wrong. Oh, yeah. I'm with you. You are justified in your need to vent. Those jackasses. And it's some policy someone somewhere makes who always has, billions of dollars. Okay, there's a skiing picture. This is Nevada. That's the Sierra Nevadas in the background. And that's Lake Tahoe. There's Red Rock right there. And I don't think we need anything off the other side. So, I'm not all that keen on the picture of the Sierra Nevadas. But it'll make a nice summer picture. And then let's get the skiing guy. For the winter one. And everybody loves the Red Rocks. Yeah, and it's never like $3. It's always like $150 or $300. Yeah, sometimes. Oh my God, seriously? What a jackass. Yeah. And it's always like when your car payment is due or your rent's due. Of course, Christine, of course. If you don't vent that stuff, it'll eat you away, honestly. Because because it's just sheer, unadulterated, rude, and greed. There's nothing but greediness and rudeness at the end of that. They don't care if you can pay your bills. They got their money. And I really, yeah, there should be a consequence for that. That's our company policy, to try and screw you out of money whenever possible. There was a point when I was living with my ex and I got paid on Fridays and he got paid on Wednesdays. Yeah. So then you do that and the bank hits you for an overdraft and then they taking money out of your account. And if you didn't have, if you had the money and they just took it, but it was for something else, eventually it all catches up and you're the one that gets screwed because the bank holds you liable and they don't care because they, that's our policy. So frustrating. It's like none of them have any idea. But you've got to think at least the customer service reps and like bank tellers and stuff, they can't be making so much money that they, aren't short on a payday or whatever. Right? Right? They would, yeah. Absolutely. And in the meantime, what about you? Maybe you plan to go buy groceries with some of that money. No. It's all sitting in their account. Ooh, there's another moose. Moose. Gonna definitely take the moose. Now these pictures, I love these pictures. Birch and maple trees, fall colors, White Mountain National Forest, New Hampshire. I love all the scenery up there, but it's so cold. Okay, that's going in the collage roll because I don't care about any of that. Grr on those companies. So you curse people that way. Well, and it's the worst stinking feeling when you go into your bank and you see that. You look at your shit online and you're like, oh, it's just such a bad feeling. And there's nothing you can do about it. That's the most frustrating, is that you're, pretty much your hands are tied for what's going to happen next. I hate that. And one of those can create a whole vicious cycle for you that can last for a couple of months while you, over something petty. There, yeah, see where it's always covered. I don't do it on anything unless I absolutely have to. I don't want to save $5 on my bill, so you can auto pay 3 days early from what it's supposed to be. Moose, it's another moose. Oh. Okay. Through New Jersey. Island Beach State Park. Oh, home to New Jersey's largest osprey colony. And there's a waterfall down here. Patterson Falls. So let's take the big one and see what's left. I love East Coast beaches. I really do. Okay. Nothing there I can't live without, but I do want this waterfall over here. Okay, we'll cut this off and we'll save the rest of that page for the collage roll. Christine, right? Yeah, because you got to insulate yourself. You could wind up totally screwed. Like, well, you took your money plus my grocery money. Now I can't eat. And they're like, we don't care. They don't care if you have kids or nothing. Okay, so there's the waterfall. Isn't that gorgeous? And then we'll get the beach picture. Oops, we didn't quite get it all the way there. Get all the way even. And then there's that path down to the beach. No worries at all. They can be the worst. Oh, look. Santa Fe. Adobe and wood architecture. I don't think I need that. I think I'm good with none of that. So we'll just cut this so that it'll fit in the bin. And that can be all collage roll. I'm good with it. So here we are in New Mexico again. There's the road leading to Capulan Volcano Rim. Frog. Okay, and this is New York. Niagara Falls. Well, we almost have to. That's like an iconic thing, right? And then we'll see what else we can get. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the black volcano crate, you know. I think that's a good thing to get. And then that's it. So we'll cut the purple part off and we'll save the rest for collage roll. It's a very good weight of paper for that. Not too heavy, not too thin. Yes, definitely. Yay on your hands getting functional. Woohoo! And yeah, we are always sending out energy, Christine. Life is not easy. We figure it doesn't hurt to send out a little bit extra. I include you in my blessings on a regular. I do a little work every night, a little energy work. You and Candy are always part of it, and Carla. And I've got a few, you know. Sometimes, you know, you just know people need a little extra boost if you can get it. Does not hurt, in my opinion. Niagara Falls. I've never been. It's one of the I'd love to go. I don't know that I'm going to make it at this point in my life. I don't make some very serious changes. I'll be stuck in Nevada forever. Not that Els and Mike aren't lovely people, because they are. It's the state. This is not. I'm done with the desert Southwest. I'd really like to not be in the desert anymore. Oh, you're welcome. I want Candy to get as well as she can. You're an awesome lady. You're all awesome ladies, really. I feel blessed to have you in my life. The beaches seem endless. Cape Hatteras National Seashore. Oh, it's beautiful up in North Carolina. And look at that. Lynn Creek Viaduct. Beautiful. What's on the other side? Okay. Oh, we might get this down here. Central Park in New York. There's a bridge and a little boat going under it. But yeah, let's take the North Carolina beach too. How can we not? I think I need to go a little bit more. Okay, let's get that one. New York is on my bucket list, the state and the city. I don't want to spend a lot of time in the city, but I'd like to really, really want to go to the Natural History Museum. And no, I think that's good. I want to do like I want to see the Statue of Liberty. And I want to go to the library in New York with the lions. Oh, I've always wanted to go see the library in New York. But New York State is beautiful. I'd love to go and do a little sightseeing up there. That's Central Park. I find New York to be very intimidating, though. Hey, Sabrina, how you doing? Right, Carla? You never got to New York City? I have my doubts now at this age. You know, like I said, I'd have to make some very significant changes for that to be a thing at this point. And I wouldn't mind living, you know, it's not just a serial killer thing. I wouldn't mind being partly nomadic. I'd want to have some land and someplace to call home. But I'd like to be able to travel more. But I have no illusions. When my mom passes, I'm not going to get any money from that. That's going to go to my kids. And I think it should. So there's the beach in North Carolina. And that's the highway on the viaduct. You use the ferry. I'd love to go on a ferry. I really would. Okay, that'll be good for summer. I think we're just going to take the summer one here. Just the kayaking pick. I think that's the one we're going to go with. So the rest of that can go for the collage roll. We may have to revisit collage roll again. I think that might be crooked. Oh, yeah, that's totally crooked. They take one interstate there in New York. 3 penitentiary trail. Yeah, I would avoid that like the plague. We got lost once in Ohio and wound up at a jail. I'm like, that's scary. Backtrack. Signs everywhere. It was unintentional. We were just choosing directions at random, but it got late at night and we still hadn't quite found our way back. Let's not do that again. Biking country in I think they mean my motorcycle, not like bicycling. So this is Ohio. I loved Ohio. Okay, so let's take this one. And what's over here in North Dakota? Nothing I can't live without. So let's just take the big picture off this one too. Collage roll. So if this is all we get done today, We will come back and do collage roll again tomorrow after Rosemary, not during Rosemary. I really thought it was Tuesday. But you've at least taken one. It could be totally awful. I could totally hate it. But, it's something I haven't done. So I love to try things I've never done. I'm a chicken pants, but I have that kind of wanderlust. It's from being a military brat, It really is. It's a desire to go to new places and see all the things that there are to see. There's a trolley. Those are from Ohio, both those pictures. Let's see, anything else we can't live without? Old Man's Cave. I think we were there too. We did so much sightseeing. Let's see. Oklahoma. The Gates of Time. That's the memorial. We went there. So heavy. Such a heavy place. Made me cry a little bit. I liked Oklahoma too. They didn't have tornadoes, I'd like it even better. But yeah, it's a gorgeous memorial. And I have to say, we were there in the middle of the day, in the middle of the week, when there should be traffic and stuff. It was very serene. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of super long bridges. They're very stressful to drive on. I think it's just something against our nature, driving over water like that. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that. I'll probably wind up putting it in my personal journal. There's another buffalo. What's over here? Oregon. Oh, Oregon is one of my bucket list destinations. Washington State's on there too. But Oregon, I really, really want to see Crater Lake. And I'd love to live up there if I could afford it. Oh my. I wonder if it's haunted. I got to do a supernatural journal, not like the TV show, but well, not just one. Like, you couldn't cover everything in one journal. A series, I guess. That's the Oregon coast. Isn't that beautiful? So we'll get these pictures here. Some nice ones. That's Sahalee Falls on the McKenzie River, and this pictures of the Oregon coast. The coast has kind of got an ethereal feel to it, I feel like. That's how I feel about it. I don't know if that's how people who live there feel about it. So let's cut off this edge, and then the rest can go in the collage roll. Oh, did he like it? Never mind. Probably he didn't really. It's on my bucket list. Oh man, I have to cut that on the. It's just not. For some reason, it's getting a little bow in the middle. Sweet baby Jesus. All right, I got it. That's the waterfall. All right, calm down, Amy. You're not going to cut a straight edge if you're all excited about it. But there are so many beautiful places in the United States that I still haven't, having traveled fairly extensively, and that's on the coast, that I haven't seen that I would still love to like, is it like Rock City in Tennessee and I really want to see the Kentucky area, you know. You have a cousin there? A leisurely drive through Pocono Mountains, Pennsylvania. Now, I have been to Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia, fairly extensively with my family when we lived in Maryland. So I want to get some of these pictures if we can. I think it may be only this one because I do want this big picture on this side. Gotta have it. So let's see. Nothing up here. I can't live. Maybe the Amish buggy. Yeah, we'll get this one and the buggy picture. That's what we're gonna get. The horse and buggy. The horse and buggy picture is very small, but it's a thing. Okay, let's cut this side off. And the rest of that will go into the... Look at how much paper we're adding to the collage bucket. Yeah, kind of. It's very similar. Trees, mountains. The scenery is very, very similar. Yes, for a great tiny. Yeah, I should put them aside in a separate, like an envelope or one of those plastic divider things. Or for scraps of joy, even. We could do tiny, tiny, tiny pictures of joy. Can't have too many glue books. That's my opinion. There's no such thing. There's a rafting picture. Now, I did enjoy whitewater rafting when we did it in Wyoming. However, I was 10. I don't know that I would enjoy that now. I think I would find it to be too jarring. Because I don't even really have the desire to ride roller coasters at this point. I love to go and watch people scream on them, but I'm a little more sedate than that, I think. Elves keep saying, what could be better than going to Disneyland? And I'm like, no. That's land of small children. How gorgeous is that? Pennsylvania. And then we have the Columbia River Gorge. Some flowers and it's a nice picture. Let's keep it. Let's do it. A few of these are going in my personal journal. The one from the Oklahoma bombing is definitely. I'll put it in around the time of the anniversary. It's fun to make small books. I don't like them too small, but and I do have an affinity for bigger books. But there's something to be said for small. Small journals can be incredibly amazing. Because it's like distilled. You know, you pick out Rhode Island. Look at that lighthouse. Love it. We got to have that. I'd like to get this. Let's see what's on the other side. Some people after a long day outside just collapsed. Yeah, I think just those two. I think those two will do it. And then we'll cut that one off there. And once again, another page for the collage roll. Yeah, Rhode Island. I don't think we ever made it there, or if we did, it was like driving through it to someplace else. I don't have any distinct memories of Rhode Island from our time on the East Coast. Isn't that pretty? But like I said, there's so many places I would still like to see. The giant ball of twine is in Kansas, and I don't think Alice ever wants to go back to Kansas. I need to see the giant ball of twine in my lifetime. It's a must. It's been on my bucket list forever. It's one of the first weird places I ever, one of the weird sightseeing things that I heard. Like, I was a kid when I heard it. I'm like, oh, I have to see that. I did in my 20s very much. I think the last time I went, I was 24 or 26. And the anniversaries. Okay. I'll have to look it up. I'm not good at those things, until they're right on top of us. What was I going to say? But without going with somebody else's kids, I guess, like, I don't want to go as an adult. I always feel like that's kind of weird. And then you have to go on the rides by yourself. It's $4.19. Okay. What do I do with that? Okay. Let me write that down. $4.19. So it's a few weeks after my birthday. Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Carla. South Carolina. Now there I have lived. But I didn't do much sightseeing, there. I was a new mom and just didn't happen. Just the big picture on this one, I think. So humid, though. It's a beautiful state, but it is very humid. So there it is. That's the pier in South Carolina. Oh, South Dakota. Scenic overlooks. That's Badlands National Park right there. Looks a lot like Red Rock, huh? There's a nice US 14A Spearfish Canyon. So I think we'll take that and this. South Dakota is also another state not terribly familiar with. You can go in the thing. The Badlands, yeah. I have to be truthful, though. I've never had the desire to see Mount Rushmore, which I think is in South Dakota. I'm not sure. It's 7:15. Who knows where their brain is? I don't. It's just wandering around. Yep, there's the picture of the Badlands. I'd like to see the Tetons as well. Okay. And there's the scenic byway with the fall colors. So that will go in our fall stuff. Minnesota is humidity. Yeah, unfortunately. It's all that water. Let's see what's on the other side. Tennessee. I'm not in love with that picture. I think we can pass on this. We'll just cut it down so it'll fit in the bucket. Fit in the bucket. Okay. Tennessee. That's Reelfoot Lake there. We saw a picture like that earlier. And this is Texas. That's the Alamo. I'm not feeling the Alamo, I gotta be honest. So let's take this little picture and then we'll put the rest in the that should fit in the bucket, I think. No offense to the Alamo. And there's the little picture of the we're getting low. We're getting down to the bottom of this. Woohoo! Okay. Ooh, nice sunset. Okay. So we could take any of these, but I do definitely want that sunset. So let's see what we can get after the sunset. Let's just cut that across. I might have just ruined something. Let's see. Yeah, a little bit. Okay, we can get this one up here. Okay. And this one down here. That's the Indian paint brushes and Texas blue bonnets. Let's cut that off and then the rest can go in the bucket. It's a big empty room. You know, we've driven through Texas tons of times. When I was married and haven't traveled with Els, I have never seen the Alamo. I don't know what it is. I don't feel drawn to it. Like, I don't feel like that's a place I need to go. For whatever reason, it just doesn't speak to me. And I mean, no disrespect at all. Sometimes you just don't connect with a place. And there is the sunset picture. And then this is the one with the flowers. The bluebells and the Indian paint brushes. And there's that. I have a list of things I want to do. Yeah, I probably shouldn't go there then. I had to put up some serious blocks at the one in Oklahoma. That's Utah. And Utah. Okay, nothing on this side I can't live without, but we should take some of these other stuffs. Some very nice. Utah is still desert. It's high desert. It's a little greener in Utah than it is here. But the weather and stuff, and they get more snow for sure. I think it's actually a higher elevation than here for at least parts of it. So, but the landscape is very similar in a lot of ways in parts of the state. Other parts are way greener because they have more water. You felt like, yeah, I don't think I want to go there. Oklahoma was heavy, but I think I don't think I could go to the 9/11 memorial, honestly. I don't think that would be good for me. But I was okay in Oklahoma. Shaylee was the one that wanted to see that. Actually, I would not have picked it on my own. This is one of those red rock arches. So they still have that kind of stuff in Utah. I don't think I care to experience that. I think that's Vermont, but I don't think I want that picture. So I think we'll just cut this down a little bit, and then we'll put it in the bucket. Okay, boats again, Virginia. Replicas of the Discovery, Godspeed, and Susan Constant in Jamestown. So let's cut the boats out. And then see what else we might be able to get. Okay, I think we'll use the rest of that in the collage roll. Yeah, well, I didn't fare that well in the battle. And, my dad loved the Civil War battle stuff. Oof. And I didn't know what that was, when I was 10. I didn't know why it made me so sad to go there. I wouldn't choose to do that again. But when you're 10, you're not really that in touch with your. And my mom wouldn't have known how to interpret that, Washington, Cascadia National Park, which is gorgeous. I've never been, but I've had some friends that lived up in that area. Hikers and, nature lovers. They love that area. So we'll take that one and that one for sure. And I don't think we need anything on the other side. And the rest of that goes in the collage roll. We went to a lot of that stuff. My dad was in love with it. Not all of it was as heavy, not all of it affected me quite that much, but a lot of it was not. There were some of those trips where I asked to stay at with their friends for the weekend or whatever. Some of that I didn't go on. But I do love the mountains and the trees and stuff in that area, though. You just got to be careful. There we go. Hey, Roseanne. Welcome back. I know you were, well, Rosemary's still going on, but yeah. I know a lot of people are lurking between the two. Never feel like you have to choose. I can always wait. No big deal. I'm never going to live down the, I thought it was Thursday or Wednesday thing. Tuesday. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. There we go. That's Cascadia National Park in Washington State. West Virginia, the mile-long steel bridge over New River Gorge. I don't feel like, I don't like that one. That would make me feel like, I don't know what it looks like on top, but from this angle, it looks like there is like no barrier. That would be a little scary. All right, so I think we'll cut this one and use it in collage roll. I don't feel like I want to have that. I don't feel drawn to that picture. All right, let's see what else we got. This is Wisconsin. That's the Milwaukee Art Museum. Love the little picture here and love this here. And that's Lake Superior. Love this. I don't really care for that. So let's see what we can get in terms of small pictures, and then we'll just cut. I won't cut through there. There might be a picture on the other side we can salvage. I'm not sure. But I love all these pictures. These are beautiful. Now let's see if there's anything we can get on the other side. Yep, we can get the people in the snow right there. More cross-country skiing. Okay. Yeah, right? Oh, okay. I've never been to the one in Louisiana. I've been to Vicksburg, though. Yeah, I totally was convinced. It was Tuesday until Susan popped in and went, well, I'm going to have to watch the replay. And I was like, Rosemary's on a Tuesday? And she's like, it is Wednesday. And I went, oh, phooey. But I was already on. So, you know, once you're on, you're committed. There's the cross-country skiing people. And then these are three very picturesque. Up at Lake Superior in that similar area. Okay. I just love those kind of, I always feel like they're very ethereal, those kind of rock outcroppings where the weather has worn away the bottom, and so it's like a little ball sitting on the, I just like them. Okay. Hold on, I gotta get a, okay, so this is the way it goes. It's the coast of the lake. And then this is a winding road in the woods with fall color. It's the yellowy fall color. Here we go. Those are some of my favorite pictures, the ones with the winding roads in them. Set in a fall or winter landscape. It's a weakness. Phooey? I like phooey. You've been to San Jacinto? I don't think I've ever been there. Okay, I don't need a wagon. Let's see. Oh, there's Old Faithful. I've seen it in person. Okay, I think we'll just include this in the collage roll. I think that would be good. But the pages are too long to store in the bucket, so. Canada. Okay, I think we won't do Canadian. Oh, Mexico. Mission ruins. Which borders Texas. So this is that's very pretty. I love the color in the photograph. It's the time of the day they took it. It's the color that's selling me on this picture. Otherwise, probably not so much. Love that color in the picture. That blue-gray thing going on. We have got quite a bit of stuff out of here. Ta-da! Oops. I didn't get all the edge. Oh, now I've done it. Okay, I think I salvaged it. Sort of. Nope. Man. Okay. All right, there we go. That's totally about the colors in the picture. You're lurking? Okay, no problems. We like lurkers. Lurkers are good. All right, so this is just going to be a page for the... Ta-da! Collage roll. Okay, so let's have a look at our pile here. So let's kind of separate out into small pictures and big pictures, because I like Carla's idea. And it doesn't even have to be seasonal. We could just make a little glue book for just scenic pictures, you know, across the country. Just pretty. See, that's going to go in my personal one. Because we got a nice little pile of mooses and waterfalls and very lovely stuff. So it doesn't even have to be like by the season. We could just make a nice book of small photography stuff. Might even be able to pull from some of our other stuff if we need to. But look at that pile that's growing already. Okay. The lighthouses, the bird. That's for our creepy. That's going to go in creepy. Look at how many pictures we got from that one section of the atlas. This was an excellent harvest. I think the atlases are courtesy of Elisa, who finds the most magnificent things. She sent those on to me, and I've had them for a little while. But awesome, just awesome-tastic. Look at all that. Check that out. So look at the size of that little. And then we've got all of these. That's nothing to sneeze at. Look at the amount of those. We make a nice, cute little glue book. I think that would be awesome. I know I'm turning them all not the right way, but I'm just for stacking purposes. Kind of want them all a little bit orderly. Let's put some of the bigger ones in the back. Okay. But check that out. That's not a shrimpy little pile. That's a pretty good pile. Okie dokie. And those need to be stored elsewhere. Southeast of Houston. Okay. Yeah. I lived in Houston for a while, but we did no sightseeing there. It was in the shittiest part of my life when I was the biggest asshole. Not a good, and it's not Texas's fault. I was just an asshole at that age. Okay, so I pulled some books to break down because I'm going to make some glue books first of all. And I love to use children's book pages. They are so fun. Drafts Can't Dance. We've had some pages from there before. No Jumping on the Bed. This is an old storybook I Can Do. And a really weird copy of Rumpelstiltskin. We'll reuse all the covers. So this was the other part. So we were probably going to have to come back tomorrow. And I think hold on, I've got my X-Acto knife is in here somewhere. But for the actual, and I only say that because I could continue going for a while after 8 o'clock, but I'm starting to get hungry, so I probably won't be able to go, till 9 or 10. But so we'll do this harvesting today. We'll look at what we harvested in terms of what it means for the collage roll. I like to have a nice variety. And this will give us variety for some time to come while I sort through piles and add more stuff to it. We're definitely going to have to make more than one collage roll. Now, I do like this of him spinning the straw into gold. So I think we'll keep that for a glue book. But the rest of these, I think we will put in for the, let's see. Okay, I think we can save these for the collage roll. Although, look at the, I kind of like the, yeah, this will be good for the collage roll. So there we go. And then we have the cover to repurpose as well. Right? Stuff in Garagelandia to do. Hopefully there'll be some pork chops left when I'm done here. And some potatoes. But there's plenty of stuff to eat in there. It's not like there's a shortage of. I have a baked potato that I can bake up in the microwave if there's not enough. There was quite a bit left from dinner, though. I'd be surprised if it was all gone. And I saved Sandy the sauerkraut from Elsa's ribs if she wanted to have pork chop with it. Because once Els runs out of the meat, there was just like a serving of sauerkraut left. She likes it together, not just the sauerkraut on its own, I guess. Which, after you've had 2 or 3 servings of it, I'm sure you get over the whole thing. Like anything else. Like I'm over the ham. There's still ham left. I can't even look at it. Now this is an old. Look at the yellow pages in there. Nice size though. And the cover is I would probably leave that the way it is, honestly. Because wow. And just fill it so you can write in it. It's almost vinyl feeling, Very sturdy. Yours, mine, and probably Mike's. Mike doesn't like it either. I made a cup of my double spiced chai. Like a really big cup. It's a hot tea that I make. I put a little honey in it. And I let it steep. And I took the bags out. And okay. We're not going to keep the picture of the kid in his underpants. Here's what we'll do. We'll keep that portion for the glue book, and we'll throw the underpants picture away. I don't think I can justify that. Okay, that'll be good for the title page. Will be good for the. So then once it cooled, I put some ice and some vanilla almond milk in a cup. So we'll keep a few of these for the but some of the other ones will put in the collage roll. Nice smock. I think that's made out of a man's shirt with some elastic around the peanut butter sandwiches. Okay, so some of these we'll definitely keep because they'll make good glue book pages. They're nice and sturdy. Lady Earl Grey tea this morning. Nice. So and it makes a nice iced chai latte without having to go to pay $1 million for an iced coffee at the coffee shop. I was proud of myself. It felt industrious. Is this I love this book. I read it before I didn't get it on my reading list though. Oh. I'm trying to read 52 books this year on Goodreads. I set that as my goal. Oh, I failed miserably last year. I think I read like 6 or 7 books last year. I'm 1 book behind, but I'm thinking with the Amityville Horror, I'm probably going to catch up because it's short. And then I have this 4-book series, a kids book series, like fantasy. I could probably knock those out pretty quick. Those usually only take a couple of days if I'm reading during my lunch. To get a little bit ahead. So this is the 25th. Oh my God, I'm old. I remember when this book came out. My kids were just young. When I heard of the book. No jumping on the bed. It's a cute book, honestly. So I like to do the cover pages in the glue book. And these will be nice, fun pictures. Look at how fun those are. I love it. And I definitely want little Tom Arnold in the glue book. Or in the collage roll. And then some of these other ones will take out for glue book. You do iced coffee at the 4-letter word? I love iced coffee a lot. I actually, unless it's wintertime, I love that. Okay, so these will all go for the glue books. And then, of course, a book cover for later. And Giraffes Can't Dance. This is one of my favorite. Oh, look. Happy Valentine's Day, Miss Lacey and Miss Hickman. How awesome. I love this book. It's so funny. And some of the pictures may wind up in glue books, fussy cut out, or just because I like the picture when I go through for making the glue books. Did I get all of them? Nope, I didn't get that middle one. There we go. Try not to damage the spine in any way, you know. Sometimes you got to fish around before you just get the... I'm going to bring this over here so I don't fling a... stab myself. There we go. That seemed to work out okay. There we go. Okay, now let's get rid of those staples before they wind up on the floor. Never a good thing to have staples on the floor. I've lost one. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah. So, but the tie is just as good, in my opinion. Let's start at the beginning, because that's always... we always use those first few. Oh, there's, look at the giraffe taking a bow. There's warthogs. Look at him getting down like Saturday Night Live. I love it. Get down, get down. Okay, so we'll put these ones in there, and then we'll put the rest for the... okay, maybe not that one. Well, that's the only one that's not so great, but... oh, I love the lions doing the tango. Oh, look at the monkeys getting down. They did the cha-cha with a very Latin feel. That's everybody laughing at that poor giraffe. And the giraffe's name is Gerald. So we'll save those ones for the... and there's one person who stole the virtues of place. Yeah, definitely. Or a product, you're like, this thing sucks, and 500 people say it sucks, but there's 2 people going, but it's the greatest thing ever. I think they're pawns, they're shills, you know. Or people who just like to be... some people just like to be devil's advocate, like it's their jam. So this is the Mother Goose book. I am entertaining the idea of, but this would be difficult because the book is shaped, turning this into a ring-bound book and leaving the story intact. Uh-oh, they have the price tag over the staple. Just because it's an older book and I love the illustrations. There we go. We'll get the rest off with the heat gun. I don't know, because we're sing-songy. Am I going to... yeah, I'll be around for a little bit after 8. We haven't actually done any collage roll yet. We're just playing with other stuff. I feel so bad. So what do you guys think? Because I would have to cut the pages to fit the book. But I thought about... obviously, I would have to cut the book in half. But I thought about making this into a ring-bound journal. Because you could do gratefuls in here. Like, you could squeeze them into the pictures. And then we would have, you know, some regular pages in between. What do you guys think? Too much work? It might be worth it if it was cute. I love the illustrations in here. So I wanted to get everybody's opinion before I tore it up in any way. Okay. No worries. Nobody? No opinions? I'll give it a minute. I'm just going to set it aside over here. Let me know what you think. Right? It would be a cussy cutting nightmare. But I really kind of like, otherwise I would have to make all the pages that we add in smaller, slightly smaller than, like, it would have to end a little bit before here. And like, I don't know what, like an inch above all of this. So we could do it that way by using the shaped pages, keeping them in there, and then putting other pages that we include, but only have them be, as far down as you can get it without it, but that's as far, you would have to stop there. So that would be an option. Okay, we got frogs, and this is not staple bound, so I'll double check in the middle, but I think that this is not. Now we'll keep the frogs for substrate for collage. We'll just need to gesso over that because it's slick. But let's see if we get down into the middle if there's any. I don't think this. Oh my gosh, I think it might be. I don't know though if we can because it's also glued. Nope. Yeah, it's all glued. So, look at the frogs, though. I'm keeping those. Okay, so we can just pull the pages off here. And we'll do, let me cut, because this has like a, no, because we're going to tear. We're going to tear. Don't get overexcited. Big yellow toad. Look at him. He's a big boy. Oh, tadpoles. Look at how cute they are. Okay. We got one with his tongue extended. We'll probably keep the hold of that one. That might not come apart so good. And snakes. Snakes like toads. Look at the little itty bitty one. Okay, so most of that wound up in the bin. All right, this is I loved reading about Jane Goodall. I also read extensively about Diane Fossey. I have not read as much about Jane Goodall, but I've read both kids' books because we did my kids were homeschooled for a little while. We did a whole unit on Diane Fossey and Jane Goodall. But on my own, for some reason, I was particularly attracted to. I think because she had, I don't know. I just read more about her. Maybe the library had more books on her. I have to say, the Ohio Public Library system consistently, I don't know if it still does, but at the time, consistently was rated one of the best libraries in the country. So when we were living there, it was one of the best rated library systems. And they had all kinds of programs you could, I don't know if they still do like computer, because most stuff's digital now. But you could take out software programs and kids games and yeah, Gorillas in the Mist. I saw the movie too. I don't know. I just liked reading about her. So out of my wheelhouse, So we'll keep the cover, obviously. And the book has been well loved. It is a little grungy. So we know the first couple pages. They would make good glue book pages too, though, simply because they have their title page and stuff. So let's see. When I picked books for, I love the giraffe. Let's keep that. Maybe it's because I like the big apes more than I like what Jane Goodall was studying. That could be it. But they both did, significant work. I love how they made an old lady look like a little girl. Okay, so. Yeah, it's interesting to think about what they would think of all that, right? This is one of those, it's a little golden book, but it's one of those special edition ones that were given away free with, this was with Crispy Critter cereal. So, I'm just going to tear the pages out. And unless something strikes me as particularly fun, they're all going to go into the collage roll bin. I think this one is from Els. She hauled it in as Scaventure and nobody was interested in it. Sometimes I wind up with things that way. Giraffes are amazing animals. Like, if you just think about, all the physiology and so fun. Okay. Dream big, little pig. Isn't she sparkly? And this is not staple bound either. I did think it was when I bought it, but it's not. But she's sparkly. So I will probably fussy cut her out because she's kind of fabulous. Or we might just make this into a journal, like a ring bound. We'd have to reinforce. Okay, so we know the first. Fashion pig. She fell on the runway. Aw. pretzel stand. So a few of them will hinge together and use in other glue books. Okay, I think I want to just cut this edge off. A lot of that's just going to go straight into the collage roll. Well, apparently she's super fantastic at ice skating. Okay. I think I like these. You got bit by a... Oh, that could not have felt good. I would not like to get bit by a... I will say hard pass on that one. Okay. And the swamp one, Deep in the Dark Swamp, also not a stable bound book. But look at him. Fun. From the library of Mrs. Haas. We found a bunch from her library when we were scaventuring one day. I think she quit teaching and donated her library. Or she possibly passed. But I think sometimes when teachers I like Bunny. Oh, we got to keep the alligator page for the... We'll just keep those together. Those two. That's kind of fun. What do we want to pair it with, though? Ooh, frogs. So I want to keep those together. I like that. And let's put those together. You know I like anything with frogs. Frogs are fun. Okay. So there we go. Definitely added some stuff for the collage roll. Yes, a pig sickle. Yes, otters are definitely fun. They're so playful and cute. They could be mean as shit, but they look so cute. I don't know if they do have any mean streaks in them. I love Edwina the emu. I apparently like hard luck animals. And this is not staple bound either. So we'll take out pages we like. I want her head here to put in a glue book. I just think that would be fun. So we're saving that. Okay, so we might put that with that. This one we have to keep as a set. Oh, oh my gosh. Okay. So we'll probably hinge these pages together because I want to keep the... Yes! That's the whole reason I bought this book. Although I love that too. This is where she confronts the guy. He wants an egg. And she's like, you want to eat my children? I love the idea of her serving tea too. Okay, these two should definitely go together. And I think we'll put that together with that because I love her with the tea. Okay. let's have a look at what we've done now. We have added a significant amount of stuff into the bin. So we started out the day, the evening, whatever. I let you guys know that those... Yeah, I'm mostly a chicken eggs person myself. But I have to admit, I haven't had like an opportunity really to try other eggs. So these are from the Desert Arizona Highways magazines that I got. I specifically bought them to put some of the big photographic pages. So I showed this earlier in the live. And then I still have some out there. Some ones that I might like to turn into covers, you know. There's some really beautiful pictures. Arizona Highways. Yeah. I did not know this, but mistletoe is a parasite. So I learned that today. So yeah, this will go into a good way to add some color. And look at the saguaro cactus. So yeah, I saved a bunch of these, like quite a few. So that put a huge new addition into the collage roll box. And then we took a lot of the pages left over from, you know, we had ones that where we didn't use the pictures, and then we had a significant portion of the atlas page left out of that you know, plan your vacation section. So we kept as much of that as we could because it's a good paperweight. It'll be really good in the collage roll. It adds some interest with words and then we took from all the books a few pages, you know, that one, a couple of the books, a lot of the book went into it. Deep in the Swamp. There's the pig book with some fun. So these will be super fun. They'll add color and interest to the collage roll, and this should take us, we did put all of this book in there. This special little golden book. But yeah, and then we got froggy pictures. So you can't say we have not mixed it up. There's the Giraffes Can't Dance book, which has got some fun stuff. The Tom Arnold. But I already forgot the name of the book. And that one I can do. Little kids doing things for themselves. And then a couple pages out of the Rumpelstiltskin book. That's the piece I've been trying to get in there. And then the rest of this is also from the atlas. So look at all the atlas pages we have to add. I may have to cut some of them down. I think some of them might be too wide for that. They like oak trees best. Well, apparently we're having an infestation in Arizona. They're growing on some of the pinyon pines and a couple of other of the older trees, you know, where they're like taking over the whole. They're endangering the tree population because those trees are very old. Quail eggs are too tiny. You've tried goose eggs, duck eggs. Well, I think we're just accustomed. I know like in Japan and some other countries, they eat a variety of eggs on the regular, and I don't think they think much of it. But I think in the United States, it's much more common to only have chicken eggs. Like that's, you know, one of our food things. So it's 8 o'clock. I am going to take a quick potty break here, if you guys will bear with me. And let me get the review. And then let's get in a little collage roll, because some people are going to roll in after Rosemary's, and I don't want to run out the door. So we can start using some of our new stuff if you guys are up to it, obviously. As a toddler, you were a butthead. It was easier to get my brother. Yeah. You're here? Okay, we're taking a quick bathroom break. Somebody here needs to potty. It's me. It's totally me. And Candy has to go. It's her bedtime. Bye, Miss Candy. We'll be thinking good thoughts of you. And I am so glad that you're making progress there. Yay! But yeah, give me like 3 minutes. I'll be back at like 12 after ish. I just want to put some ice in my chai tea and go to the potty. So be right back. And then collage roll time. Woohoo! And we have fun new stuff to work with. Okay, I have returned. Oof. I have ice in my chai. I got to go potty. I'm good. Woohoo! Okie dokie. Now, let's find the glue. Glue is important. Oh, shoot. I just dropped a bunch of the small pictures on the ground. Okay, hold on. Oh boy. I dropped most of the pile. Hold the phone. I did it now. Oh, you don't go in the trash, though. Okay. Yeah. That's what I get for putting it right on the edge of the... Just bear with me for a second, because I'll stomp all over them. And that won't be good. I found an eyeball. Uh-oh, is there a roll of twine down here somewhere? Oh, boy. Hold the phone. Things are happening. Well, it's my life. There has to be a disaster somewhere, right? Do I have a whole roll of twine under my desk? I do. Perfect. Oh, boy. Okay. Well, some days. Okay. Let's put that in a safe place. Grab up the rest of these pictures. Cujo's on the loose out there. Oh, another eyeball. See, you can't leave me alone for 2 seconds. I'll be throwing stuff everywhere. Okay, I can't see the chat while I'm sticking my head under my desk. Found another pile. I see you over there. No escape. Okay. I think we're good. All right. About half of them fell on the floor. Smooth move, Amy. Smooth move. Be careful with that pile from now on. Maybe I should just shove those off to the side over there. Good, 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 good. All right. Did you get your kicks 166? Color, there's 5 inches of hail falling near. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, I hope his car and stuff does not get damaged. Hello again, Leslie. I hope Rosemary's Live was awesome-tastic. I'm sorry that I was a butthead and I thought it was Tuesday. I don't know why, because Mike is working. That should have been my first big clue. Tuesday is Mike's day off. I knew he was working. It just didn't register that it's not Tuesday. All right, so let's grab the collage roll. Look at how monstrous it's getting. He's a big boy. In all different sizes. All kinds of stuff going on here. So let's we ended with pumpkin swirl something or other. Now, welcome back, Roseanne. Yes, Carla got the lumpiest undone potato snow ever. All right, so let's pull out a couple of these. And then let's dig down here and grab some book pages, some new ones from all the fun stuff. Oops, that's supposed to go in the serial killer. Okay. We got Jane Goodall. We gotta have the giraffe doing the Saturday Night Fever. Maybe a frog. And let's get at least 2 of those magazine images, yeah? And then we'll dig deeper down to the bottom and grab some of our other stuff. We'll eventually want to use that. That looks good. You know, we love our food. And a couple of vintage ads, right? All right, let's see what we can make out of that. Woohoo! We get a big pile of stuff. All right, so let's tear. We don't want any. We do want the top piece there for sure, but we don't really need the hard edges. You were taking your frustrations out on some snow, really wet snow. It's a good way to get your aggression out. That snow, you know, you got to tell her who's boss too, for sure. All right. Now, Amy, don't leave your glue. It's glue time. Let's put that right there and see how far down it's going to go. To right about there. Okay. I think we need a little bit more right up at the top here. It's upside down, huh? Okay. Well, we had to live with that now. We're just gonna live with it. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Let's see. Okay, that goes down pretty far. So I think we'll cut some of the bottom off here. So we still have a straight edge. Gonna have a frog. Wow. That would be annoying. I don't like that noise at all. I gotta say, not my favorite noise. It's almost like nails on a chalkboard when it's like that. Okay, so now we need to There we go. Okay, and let's get a paper towel. And we begin to roll. And so we roll. Okay, let's see. It's right about in here. No straight edges. So right about there. That'll work. Don't you feel that way sometimes? You get it from the wrong angle, you're like, oh, I'm Jabba the Hutt all of a sudden. Is that how I look all the time? Those kind of selfies make me a little insecure, I gotta tell you. Could we just get it straight on? Not a good look, man. There we go. Nice. All right, now let's work from the bottom up. What about... Yeah, let's try it like that. I think I like that. Yes, you can. Get a little bit... You learn the right angle for your face, don't you? I don't like photographs of myself. I really dislike looking at them. I think most people are like that, though. Maybe a lot of people, not most, maybe. We need a little bit more than what we got covered. Okay. It's for another camera. Okay. Oops. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I used to take tons of pictures when the kids were little. And then I got divorced and I quit taking pictures. And I don't mean of me. Like, I took pictures of the kids and things we did sightseeing, and that barely touches. We're going to have to put something. Let's get a little something for that. Let's dig down and get a piece of colored paper for that. We got plenty down in here. All kinds of our sprayed papers. Let's use some of this blue. Okay. Just smoothing it out to the edges here because we want to get a nice, where that's all covered up. The edges just barely touched each other, so it would have been flapping around. You can't have it flapping around. So far, so good. like this I like this piece. And I think we'll just leave the foliage there. I've heard Instagram influencers can take hundreds of photos and get a couple of nice ones. And ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, that black lady. Oh, she was awesome. The look on her face. Ain't nobody got time for that. I love it. And that goes all the way down to the bottom. Just a little bit over here. Okay. So those holes, I'm going to try and, I don't want to take the holes away, but I think I want to take this isn't exactly working out the way I thought it was going to. Okay. Okay, well, that's special. Won't do that again. I can barely. I'm like, well, it's sort of blurry, but that's going to have to do. That's like my whole, isn't that shitty? I am definitely not a. Okay, I want to use that a little bit later on. Okay. Okay, so we're going to slide this under here like that. I think is what we're going to do. So let's put a little glue right here. Okay, and then we'll definitely under here. Oops, went over a little too far. There we go. That's pretty good. But I just need to be better. And I keep putting it off, And it's not even like I'm doing anything important. I'm just not doing that. But I'm stirring up my chai. I have not walked every single day, but I have been doing some other exercises with the walking in between. And I think, let's see, what do I want to do? Let's maybe do, how about some more vintage? A little vintage Let's do it like that, yeah? Let's even do it like that. Yeah. Okay. So let's slide that in there where we want it. Get it properly lined up. More or less. And then okay. There we go. Okay. And then we're gonna, that's good right there. We're just gonna put a ton of glue right in here. Oh, okay. Oops. Oh, didn't get any right down here. Okay. Just a little carried away with the glue right there. Not bad. Not bad. I walked every day. Other days, 4 days a week, 3 the next. I'm not a gym person. Now, I have had an exercise bike. I had a recumbent bike for the winter in Ohio because we didn't really go out much in the winter. You know, it was a thing. What do I want to do? I think I actually want to use just a skinny piece of this. I think just, yeah. The writing's upside down, but I don't care. Okay, so I've done that in the past. I've done, aerobics in the house. I used to love Denise Austin. I don't think I could do that right now. I think I'm in sufficiently bad shape enough that that's not an option for me. But I did find on TikTok a little Asian guy who does some low impact stuff that you can do standing and sitting in a chair. I can't really do any stomach exercises and stuff that involve laying on the ground. It's very uncomfortable for me. I never had Bun to Steal. But I liked her step workouts and stuff. She's just so annoyingly positive. And when I'm working out, I kind of need that, like somebody to be that positive. But I used to love her workouts. And if I'd ever had the opportunity, I probably would have done Richard Simmons, Oh, we've got a little hole right here. Okay, so let's find something. How about we put one of these little people in here? Let's just put her right there. Yeah, let's do it. Just trying to get some glue all the way to the edges, but not in the center. We're going to turn her sideways a little bit, though, so we can still see the little monkey. Okay, that's got to dry some before I can use that. Let's get another piece of paper towel. Okay, so now, here we are. Choices. Yeah, I did a little bit of Jane Fonda. She was a little too much for me. I've always been a little overweight. I got more overweight when I had the second round of kids. And then after I got sick, I piled on a bunch of weight. And then here I've gained the 12 pounds. Now I haven't weighed myself since the walking. I was going to give it like a month, I got to take the very edge off this. Hold on. I don't really want to lose any of his hoof or anything. I gotta have him. I gotta. I know this is looking very square. Bear with me through this part. He's just gotta. And I hope we'll be able to keep the little turtle down here trying to show him. Yeah, I've been working on just that mile. Sandy's gone more than I have. But I had a thing. My period started and it was very bad this time around. Not as bad as it used to be, but bad for what it's been recently. Like before this time, and it's still a little bit ongoing. I think it was 3 or 3.5 months, just some spotting. But this hit me with the cramps and all the things that used to happen on a lesser scale. But I didn't think I could make it the mile without having an incident. I used to walk more than 20 miles a week and think nothing of it. Between work and just walking for pleasure, never used to be a problem. But then I got a little bit agoraphobic, you know. It's a thing that's a problem for me, but I try not to let it be a problem for me. And I don't always succeed. So I'll rip her head off if I want it to kind of be, so maybe I want a long thin piece going out farther than that. What do we want to do? Let's take this. Take the edges off the sides. And let's put that like that. And we're still going to need a little filler right there. That's okay. Oh, it's okay. It happens. I'm used to it. But it did keep me from walking. It's an unpleasant thing that happens to some people. And I just happen to be one of them. But I did do some of on TikTok, I found a little Asian guy. And he does the sitting stuff. So I did that. And then I just did some squats. And my thighs were not happy at all with me. That's what I'm going to say about that. Thighs were like, we hate you. And we might kill you in the middle of the night. Thankfully, they did not. But I think it was a distinct possibility. Could have happened. How about one of these little, how about this? Something green. Something green for right there. Yeah, I think I can live with that. Maybe we'll even go this way with it. But I think I can go. I think tomorrow's going to be... I've been sleeping until like 4 in the afternoon. So my schedule's gone a little wonky. But that puts me up in the middle of the night when nobody else is up. And I can just focus on what I need to do. I got a bunch done last night. Yeah, and that's how I was for a long, long time. Hey, Janice, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm not good at... I can go do like the shopping and stuff. I can make myself good, but I minimize my human interaction. And while trying not to be rude at the same time. So I can go grocery shopping and stuff like that when I have to. But I prefer to just be at home, honestly. Which is why the walking path is safe to me, because it's very close to home. Like, there are many points of it which I can cut it short and come straight back home. There's a lot of ways to get back into the neighborhood off that path if I just panic for any reason. Okay, I think we're going to save that for down there. So let's see what else we can do here. I think I'm ready to use the other half of this piece. But I don't want to use, I like maybe want to use like this portion. I don't want to have any more long. I'm ready to break it up a little bit more. I don't blame you, Carla. I'm fine. Like this is fine. Because if I suddenly felt weird, you know, I could just be like, all right, I need to end this live now. And that would be okay. Like, as long as I didn't do it a lot. But if you're out and about, and I don't drive a car right now, so I'm out and about. There's no easy way to I can't just poof be home suddenly, you know? Oh, I maybe could have left that, huh? Okay. But let's not. That's too same. Let's maybe do a little bit of maybe some clouds. Let's do some clouds. Let's do some clouds. I don't do that top portion either. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. Very nice. For how far? Okay. And then a little bit here. But none down there. I think we're good. Yeah, I think that's a good piece for right there, yeah. We need one just slightly bigger than that. Okay. I'm sure there must be more in here. There's lots of that orange magazine hanging out down here. We can get another piece. I know we have more. Or there's that. That could be fun. Okay, here's some more of the orange magazine. The fruit catalog. What about that, though? Do I like that? Is that too much? No, I think I like that. All right. Let's just go along the edge here where we want it to be. Okay. A little bit right here and some down here. Yeah, that's good. Get a little bit more blue down here. Okay, so where were we? She's one of those people that push you into going out. Oh. Wow. Ew. I would avoid her with too. That's a shitty thing to do. Yeah, I think that's probably an easier tactic. Don't push the Carla. It'll end badly for you. Okay, now let's do some, that's a top piece. So what do we want to do? What do we need under here? Oh, that's a lot of food next to each other. Hold the phone. We don't want too much food next to each other. That would be bad. Yeah, but what about that guy? How far down do we need to, like... Oops. Well, we'll have a hole to fill, but... I think that's a good start. I think that'll be okay. Okay. Yeah, we don't want too much food together. Too much food together, no good. Okay. Right about there. And then we'll see where we need it on the other portion. If at all. Let's get you up there right to the edge. Okay. And then just a hair right here on this corner. So we're going to fill that, obviously. Let's see about... We'll fill it with those 3 little girls right there. That's cute. I like it. Oops. She came along for the ride. Okay. We need a little bit more down at the bottom. Yeah, there we go. They remind me of Peanuts characters a little bit. That's from that Jane Goodall book. Cute. So yeah, so I am working on my health thing. I've been eating the oatmeal every day with a little bit of granola. Smaller meals. And then I think I want to start walking again tomorrow. Nope, I'm not ready for that yet. Okay. I think I could do that there, okay. I'll take off just that much. Just get a little in there. So what did Rosemary do today? I missed it. Did I miss fun stuff to it? I'll rewatch it later. Probably tomorrow when the chat shows up. I don't like to rewatch without the chat. It's not as fun. Even though I can't always pay attention to it. Okay, so I think that's not, no, I don't think I want that there. Let's do a little bit of this stuff. So let's see. Okay. right about there. Yeah, that's good. It's good. He's good. We're going to have quite a bit of overlap right there, I think. Let's get some close down to the edge. We don't want lifting edges. Okay, now let's see. I know we're going to need a little bit more up in here. There we go. Now it's looking a little more collagey. Oh, she's doing Route 66? Probably not the Depeche Mode. Probably not. Probably not. I'll go back and watch it tomorrow when the chat comes up. I will. And you guys do not have to rewatch this because it was not exciting at all. I don't want to cover up that dude, so I think we just need a nice thin slice of something for that section. So let's go to, where's that long piece of this thing? That's coming in right handy. Okay, so we just need a little bit of it right there, so that'll work. That will work. Let's try and get it to the edges as much as possible. Yeah, that looks good. Up just a smidge. All right, let's look at the time. She worked in her dye book. Nice. If you were in a sale and you fell asleep. Oopsie. I'm going to have to. Yeah, she did dye. D-Y-E, Carla. Your idea of a dye book is probably a little tiny bit different. Ooh, 3 hours and 43 minutes. So I think this is a good starting point. We've got a nice even edge to start with. I know we didn't do that much tonight, but we added quite a stash to our book. Some fun book pages, some fun magazine pages. I'll keep an eye out for catalogs that come to the house of interesting things, because that's always fun too. But let's see how much we... So there's the edge. And this is the first piece we put on today. So just a short little bit, but I'm pretty happy with it. Let's see what it looks like on the other side. Let's roll it from this way. We look at it upside down, but it's not too bad from this side either. I accidentally left a straight edge on here. Well, straight, it's torn, but it's straighter than I'd like. Not too bad though. And we never know where it's going to get cut up at, so not too shabby. I'll have to let it sit here and dry though some before I love the Saturday Night Live giraffe. I do like froggies. Okay, I'll definitely rewatch that. I love seeing her dye results. I do. I love to see other people's dye results. Sometimes you learn things and sometimes it's just fun. And of course, I like Route 66, so I'm very interested to see what she comes up with. You know, because everybody does things differently. So I'm super excited to see where Route 66 goes. I am super, super broke, or that's one kit I would probably buy. But I have some Route 66 stuff from our trip. So depending on what kind of book she builds, I may be able to play along even if I don't buy the kit, which I think she would be okay with. I don't think, she'd be like, no, you can't do it. Or I might be inspired to build my own thing. So I think that's it for tonight. I will be on tomorrow at the correct time, not at 5 o'clock. I will be on at about 8:15 tomorrow after Rosemary's all done, because now I know tomorrow is Thursday. I'm a jackass. Sorry. I do apologize. I really thought it was Tuesday, so it's going to be weird. Good night, Leslie. Thanks for coming and spending some time with us. I hope to see you tomorrow in Rosemary's Live before mine. I'll probably be flitting in and out of Garagelandia, but I will be there. So however you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. If you guys are okay with it, I think we'll start with Collage Roll tomorrow, and we'll go from there. Because we didn't get in very much time tonight, and I was just starting to get on a roll. Aha, no pun intended. But I was starting to really feel the collage. So let's come back to this tomorrow, since we spent most of tonight. Night, Janice. Harvesting from the atlas and taking apart the books. So let's do that tomorrow night. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere, I wish you the happiest of crafting. Bright blessings and hugs and hisses to you all. Bye, 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 bye. Good night, Roseanne and Janice and Carla and Leslie and Christine and Susan and Betty, who are probably asleep. It was great spending time with you. Let's see. I don't think I missed anybody, but let me take a spin back. Hey, I missed Steffi G coming in. I'm so sorry. I did not see Steffi G come in. Good night, Sabrina, if you're still here. And I think that's everybody. And if I missed you, it's not intentional. Have a great rest of the week, you guys. See you tomorrow evening if you are available. The end.